A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. Mobley and Allen patrol the paint for him. Garland and Mitchell, the lethal backcourt pair. And it's Tyson in at the 3. And for the Knicks, Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. It's game 1 for both teams, Clark. Preseason is over, and this new season is underway.
Yeah, and you can kind of feel that both teams, BA, are a little bit anxious and nervous, but an exciting kind of nervousness. So let the season begin. I'm glad we're starting.
Here's Tyson. Back to Garland. Puts up a 3. Knocks it down from distance.
When Garland finds a three-point shot, he takes it. Supremely confident in his abilities.
Brunson passes to Bridges. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
For the latest news on MP, let's hear from Allie LaForce on our sideline.
Well, tonight marks MP's debut coming off the bench to play in his first NBA game. There were some doubts and pushback as he maneuvered his way to the team that he wanted to be drafted by. But at the end of the day, MP said, "I know I belong here. Now is my chance to show the world who I am." Guys?
Well, he's bought in and ready to go. Thanks much. Here's Hart. After the Cavs picked up a basket a moment ago. Drops in the 3.
If Brunson gets space from beyond the arc, expect him to let it fly. He's extremely confident in his abilities.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You got to respect that mindset. All right, Shams, thanks very much. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. And Mobley throws it down.
You talk about a catch radius. I don't think you could miss Mobley with that pass if you tried.
Bridges passes to Brunson. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Brunson's got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Allen. Pass to Tyson. Here's Allen. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 ball. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss.
After 5 shots, that's their first miss. I definitely call that a good start.
Here's Towns. Shoots over Allen. Towns gets the bucket.
For a big guy like Towns to have that mid-range game in his bag, that's a big-time weapon for their offense.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And this game, the first chance they've had to see New York.
Yeah, we saw how combative yet enjoyable last season's series was. 2 very excellent teams going at it.
Exactly. They split the series, Greg. 2 elite teams and conference foes renewing that rivalry tonight.
And Cleveland making a change here. Merrill's checked in. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Now here's Mobley. An easy 2 on the layup. Mobley's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, sometimes you know contact is coming, and Mobley did a nice job making sure he got the bucket.
And the Defensive Player of the Year for 2025, Evan Mobley. What makes him so formidable, Greg?
Well, you know, he has a similar physical frame to Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett. Long-armed and athletic at 6'11", and the intangibles are all there as far as timing and IQ.
Outside Hart, New York working the ball around now. High post Towns. The shot won't fall. Nice D from Allen. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. I asked about what he was planning to do about the athletic and energetic Evan Mobley. Coach said, "My guys have studied the reports, we've reviewed the film, we are as prepared for him as we can be. Now, if our whole team could also grow another 3 inches, then we'd really be in good shape." Coach had jokes, but he also has a plan. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. 4 on the clock. From about 16. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Garland finds Allen. And here's Mobley. And he banks in the layup. Mobley's got 8.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. So New York ends up going with a whole new group. Here's Robinson. Pass to McBride. 1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. McBride on the wing. 6 to shoot. No good. And they can't put it into the drought.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Edwards. Second chance effort. The rebound by Shamet. Knicks trail by 5. Left side McBride. Pass to Shamet. 3-pointer. New York again can't hit.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high impact defense they want to see out of him.
Outside McBride. Now here's Clarkson. Takes a 3. And it's MP with a rebound. Diawara passes to Shamet. Here's Diawara from behind the arc. Not going to go that time. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Cavaliers on top, leading by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Cleveland.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. Sam Merrill out there with Edwards. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Dean Wade, and it's Schroeder in at the point. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers, but some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side, so when they screen you, you get no help.
A night of first here for MP. The rookie will be making his NBA debut here. It's been a journey from rural Vermont to reach this moment.
Yeah, MP has a pretty interesting backstory on how he started getting into basketball and improved this game. He's the kind of player who seemed like a dart throw when he made the roster, where you can see what the upside is with him.
Now here's Edwards. The three from Mitchell, and it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Clarkson passes to McBride. Towns for three, and it's Merrill who clears it away. The Cavaliers lead by 7. The three from Mitchell. Yes, sir! Mitchell from long range.
And normally Mitchell wants his shot head on, but you give him the corner and he will adapt.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. New York making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Darius Garland, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. And with an undersized backcourt and a towering front court, some had suggested the Cavs needed roster moves to balance things out a little, Greg.
Well, Mobley's growth as a shooter has quieted those concerns up front. But until they prove their mettle in the playoffs, there will be some questions.
Now here's McBride. Still without a bucket. Shot clock at 6. Towns outside for 3. Towns making that shot look routine.
Hey, you know your center is a great shooter when your goal is to get him a 3. Towns can make those pay dividends.
And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. They've led by as much as 10. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Tries the spin move. Takes the 3. A shot by Merrill, no good.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
Clarkson. Inside. Easy work inside for Towns.
Towns is so dangerous in the paint. He's got the ability to just muscle through most any defense.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Cavaliers have twin towers with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen said when Evan was first drafted, there were a lot of questions on whether 2 big men could work together in the modern NBA. At this point, I think we've proved to everybody they're wrong. It's all working out, and every single year it gets better. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
Boy, look at the big fella elevating when Towns goes to the rim. He's doing it on and with purpose.
Outside Schroeder. Merrill passes to MP. And it's New York with a rebound. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
One of the things I love about Towns is how versatile he is. He's a big guy who continues to be a matchup nightmare for defenses.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Hart's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. And it's Bridges in for McBride. Cleveland also making some changes. Allen, he's checked in for Wade. Mobley comes in for Edwards. And it's Tyson in for Merrill. And Cleveland has possession after New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. From deep, Mobley. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. And here's New York now. They're on an 11-3 run. Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite 3-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I'd take Cat as the best 3-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
Now here's Anunoby. He's scoreless. side. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen.
Good show of power that time by Towns, putting his shot up despite the foul.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Mitchell's checked in.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Robinson, he's checked in for New York. A minute 9 left in the first half of basketball. It's stolen by Hart. Pass to Anunoby. From 10 feet away. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
To the middle, to in the cold spell. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Allen's got some old school big man in him. He's got great hands and mobility and does a good job finishing above the rim.
It's Hart on the wing. Fires the three. And no good. Cleveland has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. And Mobley gets it to go.
Imposing inside. And
the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Cleveland on top, up by 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Come one,
Checking out New York. I've hung with these guys in the offseason. They're better than people think, but they still got to prove it.
yeah, hi. And next up, let's take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, who seem pretty well matched in their game.
Yeah, they're attacking the paint.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments. He's checked in for Cleveland. Knicks trail by 10. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. The kick out to Brunson. Beyond the arc. The Knicks keep it alive. Hart finds Brunson. Back to Hart to end the run. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Down low. MP shot is off. New York has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Outside Edwards. Cleveland working the ball around now. To the paint. MP hammers it down.
And the defense is going to remember this. They might try to make MP pay for it.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Back to Brunson. Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range. Brunson's got 10 points in the game.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
It's been a good night for him overall and a good night for this team.
Bridges outside. And here's Brunson. He's got 10. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. Anunoby's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Mitchell. To the inside. Pass to Allen. Now Mitchell. Down low. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Brunson against Garland. Hart from long range. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 5th assist in this one. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Yabusele comes in for Hart. Clarkson's checked in for Anunoby. And it's McBride in for Bridges. Cleveland also making some changes. Wade, he's checked in for Allen. Merrill comes in for Tyson. And it's Schroeder in for Garland. And there's a 3-second violation.
And they were top 5 in free throw percentage, making their shots at the line. Some real steady players on that team.
And these guys really took advantage whenever their opponents turned the ball over, finishing in the top 5 in points off turnovers last season. Catching up on the changes for New York. Porty comes in for Yabusele, and it's Shamet in for Jalen Brunson. And the basket by Shamet.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Clarkson outside. Six on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot here. McBride can't get it to go.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounds.
And MP throws it down.
You can rely on Schroeder's passing ability. He does a good job finding and setting up shooters.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Inside. Here's Porty. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on MP.
And that's a clever foul choice. I mean, cuts off the dunk and sends him to the stripe.
And he's not a very good foul shooter, so that's a heads-up play by the defense there.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Here's Schroeder. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
Yeah, excellent play by MP on the offensive glass, working to keep the play alive.
12 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Clarkson with the ball. Jacks up a 3, and it's blocked by Edwards. And so it's Cleveland, ending the quarter up 10. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be back in a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Dean Wade. Then there's Sam Merrill. And it's MP in at the 4 slot.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
Towns for 3. Donovan Mitchell with a board. Mitchell's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Schroeder. Outside Edwards. Back to Schroeder. To the paint. 5 on the clock. Work in the interior. MP.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Clarkson passes to McBride. Towns finds Clarkson. Back to Towns. Ooh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
Rolling. Towns just keeps finding opportunities to score.
Pass to MP. Back to Schroeder. Here's Wade. Robinson defending. And here's MP from outside. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Towns can't get it to go. The Cavaliers lead by 13. Mitchell, the pass to Merrill. Kicks it out to MP from the arc. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Towns for 3. Shooter in the corner. Karl Anthony Towns.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Hart's checked in for Robinson. Anunoby comes in for Shamet. Bridges, he's checked in for Clarkson. And Brunson is subbed in for McBride. Cleveland also making some changes. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Wade. Tyson comes in for Merrill. And Garland is subbed in for Schroeder. Pass to Anunoby. Garland against Brunson. Hart from long range. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 6 assists here tonight.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA, and when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
Now Brunson. Sneaking inside. It's Brunson.
This has been fun to watch. I mean, they've managed to go on a run just when it looked like this might be over.
And what a huge injection of energy they got here in crunch time. Suddenly, they're an offensive juggernaut. He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Knicks trail by 10. Hart outside. Misses the 3.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Now Edwards. Using the glass to lay it in.
MP squeezing all that juice he can get out of that orange. What a night he's had.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Getting crafty. Leaning into the contact. Brunson with the finish inside.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Now Mitchell. Here's MP. Oh, ho, ho! That's a man on a mission right there.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Brunson. Now Hart. He launches. Cleared away by Edwards. Mitchell outside. Now Garland. Let's loose for three. The three is in.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Cavaliers.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
Offensively, he was dialed in all night long. Scoring at will, it seemed, made the game look easy.
Allen outside. Right side, Garland. He drills the wide open jumper.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And let's check in with Jennifer Quintana.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with MP, one of the stars of tonight's game. A strong scoring night for you, MP, reaching the 20-point threshold and a win for your team. That's a good night at the office.
It is what it is. A lot of positives come out of this one for the whole team. Next game, I think I want everybody to get 20, the bench and the starters.
That would be 200-something points.
You're right, too low. 25 for the starters. If anyone could do it, it's us. Gotta set your sights high, Jennifer Quintana. That's the only way you become great.
Aim high, MP. Way to go.
Appreciate it.
Brian, over to you.
Thanks, Jennifer. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. We'll see you later.